Welcome back to another episode, you guys, of Real Chill Conversations. We are live with myself, and of course, Dominique is in the building tonight. How was your day today, Miss Lady?
How's your birthday?
My birthday was nice. It was nice and chill, quiet. Got to hang out a little bit, got to eat some good food, spend some time with my family. I didn't do any nightlife things because my birthday was on a Thursday and the kids had school the next day. So I'm ready to hit the town on a weeknight, on a Friday night, or a Saturday night, or a Sunday brunch at a lounge. I'm down for any and all of that. Little bit of
You had
dancing.
some beautiful pictures.
Thank you. Thank you. I was
Yes.
so looking forward to that. That was something that I wanted to do for myself. And just to kind of celebrate all of the things that I've been able to accomplish and achieve this year. I set some goals for myself and I hit those marks. And I was like, what better way to celebrate than to take some pretty pictures and some nice dresses? So I've got
Yes,
dresses.
beautiful.
I've got dresses for days, for New Year's, for the Met Gala, if I ever get invited to the Grammys, I don't know.
Okay. I know that's right. Well, I'm doing okay, everyone. I hope everybody is doing good on this good old Tuesday. Um,
Yes, look at us both with our glasses on. I don't know if that tells you anything as the type of day that we had, but my day requires me to have my glasses on so I can see in order to do this podcast tonight, okay? So I know you're not used to it, but it is what it is. I need to be able to see in order to do this right for y'all tonight. And
that's right.
today's topic, I wanted to talk about being obsessed with designer labels. Now, we're in 2025. We've been around for a minute. We know that there have been brand names and certain designers and certain labels. We've seen certain things kind of come and go depending on your generation and what kind of, when you came up. Did you come up in the 80s, the 90s, the early 2000s? I remember when baby fat was a big thing, and apple bottoms was a big thing, and the man that's in jail right now, Sean John, had a big thing as far as clothing lines and things like that. But now we're in the Gucci's and the Pradas, and back in the Fendi's and the Louis Vuittons and the Chanel's and the Bottegas and the YSLs. And I'm just wondering, what are we doing this for? Why are we seeking out, or why are so many people seeking out these brands and these labels literally just to be posted up on social media? And I say that because I saw someone post a shopping haul that they did, and it was all of their Christian Dior bags, their Chanel bags, Louis Vuitton, Fendi, and there was one other brand, I can't think of the name of it. But right after I saw that post, there was an ad for a company that allows you to rent their designer items if you have a special occasion, if you have a wedding that you're going to, a party, or if you just want to have a designer bag or piece of jewelry or clothing or an outfit for whatever occasion that might stand. Why do we feel the need that we got to have labels on us? Like, why aren't we fine with just wearing, regular schmegler? This is no brand name that I'm wearing right now. I can't tell you who designed it. I just thought it was cute and I bought it.
Um, well, I don't really wear designer. So I mean, I know people some people are obsessed about it. I mean, really and truly, the rich people that make this stuff, they don't even wear that.
They don't.
And I think mainstream media has led us to believe that branding is everything. And it's really not. When in reality, they are only status symbols. Like to me, because that's what people have made it. Usually you would like to think, oh, I just like the bag. I just want the bag, the Louis bag. But come on, like people who wear it, I mean, it has just become a status thing. If you don't have no money, I mean, if you have a Louis bag, you got some money. Or if you have a Chanel bag, you got that's what people have society. Let me say society. That is what society has made it to be. It's not like, oh, I really like that bag, I want to get it, or I really like those shoes, I want to get it. And these brands have actually trained people to believe that they have to have it in order to be considered a certain status. So some people that are broke, they want to buy it to prove that they have a status. Because I really don't see anybody with that have really money, like in my circle, that just go out and buy those things out of nowhere. Just
Yeah,
it's not an everyday thing, you
It's
know?
it's definitely not an everyday thing. I agree with you. Like the people that are in my circle, they're not like, "Ooh, I'm going to the Chanel store today. Ooh, I'm going to Fendi. Ooh, I'm picking out Prada. I'm this, I'm that." I don't have that in my, current circle of people that I associate with and I hang out with. I mean, most of what I see is posted up on social media, and it's either influencers or different celebrities or just different random people that feel like they want to show off that they have some money. And I always wondered why people feel the need to try to exploit and display their material possessions. I mean, they're just things. Is your life going to change by you making that purchase? Is your world going to turn around if you put on that designer jacket from, Christian Dior? I mean, I don't know why people think that magical things happen when they're attached to these brands, but for whatever reason they do. And it seems to fulfill something in them that's empty. It's like there's an empty hole that they think that these material things is going to help make them feel better and elevate them to a certain status. But to me, I don't care if you walk in carrying a purse from TJ Maxx. That's fine with me. I'm not going to look at you any different than if you walked in with the
Because
Louis
that's where I'm
bag.
going.
Yep, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Listen, I I am no fan of like name brand things. Like these designers have not been able to catch my attention where I strictly work to get and I like Gucci. Like
Yeah,
I do. I like their stuff. I like some of their stuff.
yeah,
I have like a taste for it
yeah,
sometimes.
yeah, yeah. And
But
you have a couple things.
but that's the marketing strategy that they play out. But I that's not something that I'm obsessed with. Like
Yeah.
I can go without it if I get it, or if I don't, it doesn't matter. Um I need to be able to afford my bills first. And then I'm working towards my goals and my aspirations, the stuff that I want to do, the stuff that I want to leave to my family. So I'm not really concentrated on designer. Like it's not like that for me. So I can go to TJ Maxx. I can go to Didi's and find me a
Yes.
nice purse. Okay,
Yes. Yes.
and it's
Absolutely.
cute.
Hmm.
It's cute.
They have
And
some
that's all
really,
I be worried about.
yep.
Just something, if I want to buy myself something, I want to treat myself, you know what I'm saying? And that's fine. I'm not talking about people who like designers, okay?
Right. Right.
I'm not. Hey, if you like it, I love
I
it,
love it.
okay? But my thing is just don't go broke.
And I'm glad that you said that. I'm glad that you brought that up because, according to the research and things that I looked at, the global luxury goods market, the revenue for 2025 is expected to be $471 billion.
Mm.
spent on this stuff. Now, can you imagine
Probably
what
more than that.
it's probably more, but just at that average, could you
Some of
imagine what
that stuff is ugly though.
it is?
For my eyes, I'm sorry. Some
Yes.
of it, a lot of it, a lot of
Yes.
it is ugly.
I agree.
And it's not appealing to my eyes. Now, we all have different eyes.
Right.
So,
Different eyes, different
okay, I'm
tastes.
just saying my opinion.
Everything's not for
Um,
everybody. We get it, but some of
Even
the
if I
stuff,
had the money, I probably wouldn't buy it.
yeah.
And like I said, I actually like Gucci,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't obsess over it. I probably had a hat and a pair of tennis shoes,
Yeah.
and that was about it.
Yeah. Yeah. I
So
typically, like I said,
now, when I was younger, yes,
yes.
I
Yeah.
had a totally different mentality.
Different
Now, this is
mentality.
just a new Dominique talking to
Right.
you, but
Different mentality. You making that new money. You got the credit card. You're like, hey, why not? Let me just go ahead and swipe and go on and get this cute little outfit and me and my designer. And I'm gonna be out and, and popping and da da da. But things change, you change, people grow, our tastes change, and you realize and you recognize what's
yes,
important. One of the reasons why too I wanted to talk about this is, back to school started, for the kids, and of course you have that whole dilemma. I think kids place too much emphasis, or there's too much emphasis that's placed on them, peer wise, from friend groups and just other people, that are in their school, to look a certain way and dress a certain way, and and all of that, which I think is really unnecessary. But my son brought to my attention there was a pair of 30th anniversary Adidas sneakers that he wanted. Honey, when I tell you that these sneakers were $300, and I was like, are you kidding me? Are you serious? Like, this is what we're doing? Like, this is the expectation? And for him, it was just normal. Like, he had no thoughts of like, oh wow, $300 is, some money to be spending on a shoe. And I go to school for the majority of the day, then I'm changing out of my clothes and putting on, workout attire to practice football because I'm on the football team. I'm like, you're wearing the shoes for a couple hours during the day. I don't think anyone is going to really care whether or not you've got the 30th anniversary, Adidas on your feet. And so we had a conversation about it, and we were talking about labels, and he was like, I'm fine with just, dressing up certain things. And he does a great job of it. I mean, he doesn't really ask for designer things. I mean, there's a few things that he's asked for, and there's a couple times we've, gotten him a token here or there for a holiday, Christmas or a birthday or something like that. But I was like, baby, we are not buying $300 shoes to go back to school in. We're not doing that. So that was a hard no.
and but I mean, I guess if it's not, it has he ever asked for that?
Oh, he has a whole entire wall of shoes, of
Okay.
designer shoes. Yes.
Okay, then yeah.
Yes. So I think he's got a little used to wearing the designer, and luckily the shoe that he was looking for, it's a special edition. It's a limited edition, so it's like you have to try to find it from a different site. Like, you can't just walk into a store and buy it. They don't have it at Neiman's, Saks, or any of those stores. It's not on the Adidas website any longer because it's a collector's item, and maybe that's one of the reasons why he has it. But he does have a passion for shoes, which I will say he's probably inherited from both his dad and I. But I no longer have the shoe addiction that I once had. I used to have a thing for designer shoes and wearing designer shoes, but honey, them damn shoes hurt my feet. I mean, they say beauty is
Don't say the
pain.
truth, honey.
They say beauty is pain, but listen, I'm at the age right now where I'm trying to eliminate as much pain from my body as I possibly can. And if so, that means I gotta wear me some comfortable shoes and not these designer things that be cutting off my circulation and my toes be going numb. We not wearing those. Okay? Them designer shoes is for sitting down. They're for sitting down. They're not
And
for
do
walking around, they're not for going out, and they're not for wearing to work. I wish I had learned that lesson, 10 years ago, and I probably wouldn't
something
have the
like
issue
your
that I'm having
photo,
with my feet.
maybe something like your photo shoot.
Yeah. Yeah, I did wear, shoes, for the shoot, and that was fine. But even the amount of standing and like the posing and things I had to do, I was like, oh, my feet, my feet, my
Okay.
feet, my feet. So no, I don't wear them. I don't wear them to work. It's not comfortable to walk in. It's not comfortable to navigate. It's just too much. And so it's like I have these shoes and they're on display. Yes, I'll pull them out for a special occasion, but it's not practical. So for me to go out and spend my hard-earned money just to have, a nice
Exactly.
looking shoe that's gonna hurt my foot,
And
just
you're
in
not
my
gonna wear it nine
I'm
times
not
out
gonna
of ten.
I'm not gonna wear it. I'm not
Um,
gonna wear it.
I would just say, like I just do not, just me being me.
Mm-hmm.
I do not spend, I try not to spend above my means. And I'm
Right.
just saying, like, that's just not for a designer, but I guess that's with anything.
Yeah.
I really try not to do that. Um, you know, I don't know. That's just me though.
Yeah. No, I
I
agree.
just try to stay in a budget
I agree
so
with
I
you.
don't go over. Like, I love shopping though. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie.
I love
I love
shopping
shopping.
and I
But
love finding a good deal.
it's not designer things,
Mm-hmm.
but I do like shopping.
Mm-hmm. I do
And
too.
I
But I
just try to budget everything because I don't want to overspend. That's
so
been a problem before, and it's like I don't want to put myself back in the same position. So I try not to do that.
funny story. Sunday, one of the things that I wanted to do for my birthday is, I'm still working on doing some house decor and like decorating and things like that. And so I'll go to Home Goods, I'll go to TJ Maxx, I'll go to Marshalls, and I go to their home section and I find little things, knickknacks, little designer things, baskets, pictures, things to hang on the wall, things like that, right?
Hmm.
So my goal was, I was like, I want to get some more greenery in the house. I want, more house plants. I've heard that house plants are really, really good for you. They put fresh oxygen into the air. They're calming and they're relaxing. It's a nice way to kind of unwind, to water your plants and kind of talk to your plants. And I was like, let me incorporate that into my life. Well, we went to the store, we went to the nursery where they have all different kinds of plants, and I got different ones. I wanted one that was more like tree like that would stand up. I got one that's like tropical and it's got a nice bright red center in it and like a flower, and I've got another one that's got these overflowing leaves, and so I have that on my second story foyer, and it kind of hangs over the balcony and it's really pretty. But by the
That
time we
sounds
got
nice.
yeah, so I got 4, and by the time we
Mhm.
got done checking out and the guy said the total, my husband looked at me and he was like, "What?" Girl, them plants was $300.
What? No, not it don't require that much.
It's because I bought the baskets and the planters and the things that I put them in. That's what cost the money. It wasn't the plants per
But you can
se.
do that as you go.
I know. And I could have and I should have. So in that situation, I realized after the fact that, okay, this is not what I was intending to spend. I thought maybe I would come in and out with like $100 with 4 plants and da da da. But yeah, I was a little over budget on that one. And my husband gave me the side at like $300. $300. You better love these plants. Well, I do love the plants. And I I
I
can't.
love plants, but I just can't. Listen, every plant I have dies. And if it wasn't for someone very special right now taking care of my plant, it would probably be dead. But I
Oh.
do have like I believe it's like a palm tree.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I love palm trees. Y'all know I'm from Miami. So,
Yeah, they're beautiful. They're beautiful. I have something similar. It's not a palm, but it's in the palm family. And it's got the different branches and stands up and it'll grow and get bigger and get nice and tall. And it's already got a stake attached to it to help keep it up, to help keep it up straight. But yeah, I got that. And, I was asking questions. I was like, how much sunlight do they require? And, do I need to rotate the plant
but
so that
that's
they can,
not designer though.
it's
It's
not
a
des
plant.
it's not designer, it's a plant. But we're talking
Unless
about
he was trying to buy some Louis Vuitton pots.
they probably do make them, but no,
Listen,
I wasn't. I wasn't. I just got some regular old.
China has already told y'all, okay? That two
Oh
thousand
yeah,
dollar bag
about the Birkins and
you
stuff,
bought,
right?
you can buy it from them for $50.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? China has already told y'all. We already talked about this
Yeah,
topic a little bit, but
yeah, yeah.
China has already told y'all all this stuff is most of this stuff is made in China
Mm-hmm.
because and China said because other people are too lazy.
Too
Okay?
lazy.
Too lazy, and they sell it to you for more, for thousands of dollars, with that's not even what they paid, and then the
Right.
workers are exploited
They
because
are
they don't even
exploited.
get paid that much for making these designer bags, these designer clothes, these designer shoes. So really slavery, basically slavery
Is alive and
wages.
well. It's alive and well. And that's expensive bag or those shoes that you thought was
So
handmade and
what happens to
handcrafted
the rest of the money?
in Italy. I don't know. That's an excellent
If
question.
I make a bag for you and I tell you it's going to be $50 for me to make it,
Mm-hmm.
you sell it for $5,000.
Mm-hmm. Where does the
You
money
only
go?
paid $50 for me to
Right.
make that bag. Where does the rest of the money go?
Right. And I had to make the bag. And I might have had to pay some workers to do some stitch work. So really, what am I left with after the $50? 35? $30? I mean, after my expenses and things are paid, I mean, it just doesn't seem fair and it just doesn't seem logical. But yeah, when
I
China
don't
blew,
think I would probably, and even when China came out and say that, I really didn't even, it made me dislike brands even more.
yeah,
And let me tell you why. Because I don't want to be like, I feel so uncomfortable buying something that you all are slaving. People are out here slaving to
slaving
make.
over. Yeah.
It
Yeah.
actually made me feel uncomfortable.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
To know those conditions is definitely a shame, and it definitely is something that I think more people should take a look at and consider when they're going out on these binges and splurges and showing their hauls from Phipps Plaza and Lenox and Perimeter Mall and all the different designer stores that they hit and what they've picked up and what I'm like, so
I would like, I have people that, they sell the, you know,
yeah,
I don't want to say it, but y'all
right,
know what I'm talking about. And I'll go to
yes.
them.
They sell
Okay.
they sell the version that is a little more friendly to your pocketbook, but looks exactly like
Yeah.
the one that you can get from the said name store. So, but
That's
yeah,
fine if you like luxury stuff. That's fine. Just be financially aware.
yeah.
And I think this is a brainwashing industry. I just feel like it is because they brainwash us to think that we need these things. Like in reality, we need to wake up. Like we don't need these things.
And
Okay.
I blame social media. I really do. I blame social media for a lot of this stuff and promoting this stuff. I mean,
Not
this
just social media, the brands too.
well, the brand,
They
of
know
course,
how to definitely market. And
they
let me
do.
tell you, what we actually need to do is grab all their strategies and start making our own stuff. Because
There you
honestly,
go. Yeah,
you know, they have all this, y'all, it's incredible.
it really is.
I'm gonna talk about it in just a little bit, but I'll let Brenna finish up.
Yeah. So I mean, that was pretty much my gist, my take, just talking about, what is the obsession with designer? Why are we going after this? Why are we spending our hard-earned money this way? I
Because
mean,
they're tricking you to give it to them.
yes. And if
So
you
you're
would think
robbing
about it,
yourself.
if
Like
you would
you're robbing yourself every time.
think about it and, add up every $15,000 bag, that you had, you would have money to go ahead and pay for a car outright. You'd have money to put down a down payment on a home. You would have money, to be able to pursue your goal of being an entrepreneur and enter into business yourself, get yourself established with some business credit. I mean, there's so many things that you'd be able to do if you wanted to go back to school and cover your tuition and not have to worry about student loans, you would have money to do that. So I definitely think that there's smarter ways to spend our money than to be worrying about what labels we happen to be rocking that nobody really seems to care about. Because when I walk into a room and someone tells me that I look nice, they don't say, "Who are you wearing?" I mean, they just don't.
Okay.
Not in my circle.
But if you are obsessed with designer, then I feel like if there's an obsession that you're not able to help it, and you just got to keep buying it, maybe you may need some help.
Some help.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm talking about like professional help.
Professional help, because there are people that do have that issue. There are people that
Yeah.
literally have a shopping addiction, just like
Right.
gambling addiction and alcoholism
Even
and
shopping addictions
and
too.
other
Like,
things.
I
Yeah.
feel like Dominique. Sometimes I just meditate. I find that that is really good. And then I'll just sit in the car for a minute. I'll be like, let me write down
Yes.
what I came to get.
Yes.
Because if
Yes.
I don't write it down, then I can get out of control.
But you know what? I did have a great experience. I went into TJ Maxx the weekend before last, and I was just browsing. I just wanted to see kind of like what they had, what kind of stuff was available, and I walked out of there with quite a few things, thinking that I had spent way more than I had, and I only spent $140 and I got a lot of stuff.
Oh, that's
So
good.
yeah, I was really proud of myself, but I did have that conversation. I was in the car. I was like, okay, we're just going to go in. We're going to look. If we find something that's on our list, because I do have a list of things, like, like I said, house-wise and decorating wise, that I'm trying to get. And I'm, searching for the right place, to find it
Mhm.
and to find it at a reasonable price between that and, some Amazon stuff. I'm like, if I find something and it's priced right, then I'll go ahead and get it. And I wound up spending less than I thought that I was going to. So I was like, "Oh, good job for me. Yay me." So, yeah, I'm not obsessed with labels. It doesn't necessarily impress me. Do I have some things that are designer? Yes. Do I wear them all the time? No. The majority of the stuff stays in my closet and I don't use it. I've got my everyday purse, I've got my everyday shoes, I've got my everyday outfits. So I'm good with it. It doesn't make me I don't feel like a new person or a different person when I put on designer versus when I put on what I, was wearing today in order to go to work. And like I said, when I walk into a room and somebody tells me that I look nice, they're not like, "Oh, you look nice. Who are you wearing?" I mean, it's not a red
Some
carpet.
people do that.
Yeah, they do. They do.
Some
They do
people do
ask,
that.
where who are you wearing? Or they ask, where did you get it from? And I have no shame in my game in letting them know where I got it from. And like, "Oh, go this. Oh, this is TJ Maxx." Or, "Oh, yeah, yeah, this is this." That's no problem. I don't care about that. It doesn't impact me in any type of way. one way
So
or the
let's
other.
look at some of their marketing strategies because I thought it was very interesting. You know, I
Yeah,
do my
let's.
research.
Yep.
Yeah, I look, girl, I do some research. I'm
Yes.
so proud of
Always.
myself. You know what?
Always.
I probably know more than I should know sometimes.
I don't think that
But
that's a thing. I don't think you should
yeah,
ever, there's ever knowing more than you should know. I think as much
um,
information as you can absorb, I think is all the better for you.
some yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I yeah.
Some
Okay.
things we might be
So
like,
let me
I
okay,
didn't,
going back to the podcast.
yes.
How luxury brands brainwash you into buying their products. Okay.
Yes.
So I was actually doing my little research on some brands and how they try to control our minds with their marketing strategies. And I'm glad we're talking about this now because I wanted to talk about it then when we were talking about brands and luxury
Yeah.
brands in a previous podcast. But since you brought it up, let's start with Louis Vuitton.
Yes. Let's do that.
So Louis Vuitton and many other brands keep stocks low to make products more desirable. Okay.
Low
Lower
supply,
supply,
high
bigger
demand.
demand. So
Yes.
it's not
Yes.
like they don't have another 40,000 or $40 million to make more bags or make
Right.
more product. It's just
Right.
that they keep you coming back with knowing that they only have a certain amount.
A
Same
certain
thing
amount.
they do with the Jordans. Okay.
Right.
Yes, I'm going
Right.
to talk about Jordans today
Yep.
too.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing. They only ship a certain amount to the store so y'all can fight over them.
Like, y'all can fight over them, and y'all
Okay.
can
And they can charge you $300
charge
for
you
it.
$300 for them. Yes, of
And
course.
then, okay, so let's go with Apple.
Okay.
Again, Apple only make a certain inventory as well. If you go into the store, boom, they don't keep. Guess what? You have to call many Apple store. Do you have the iPhone? Do you have
Right. Right.
because that's what they do also. That's their marketing strategy as well to keep you coming back and buying their products. Dior. So that's the $57 handbag for $3,500 that they sell to you.
Exactly. Oh my
Another
gosh.
business model is to double their prices.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. We've
So,
seen
yes,
that.
it costs them $57 to make a handbag and then they sell it to you for thousands.
That is just so
That's
wild to me.
theirs. Gucci, the
Mm.
loudest, the one I like a little bit, you know.
Hmm. Yep.
They keep you waiting just so you can buy other things. Like you go into a store. This man was talking about how he went into the Gucci store and he wanted to try on something that they had. And they made him wait for like 10, 20 minutes,
Oh my
just
gosh.
using it as a marketing strategy for him to buy other
To
things.
buy other things. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I know that there
This
was
is
one time.
called emotional sale.
Emotional sale. I remember several you cited several examples. So I remember in the Apple store there was a new iPhone that was coming out. It was the one that came out before the one that I have now. And I went into the store and the one that I wanted didn't have the memory capacity was a lot lower. And I take a lot of pictures and a lot of videos and things like that. And we do the podcast and all of that. So I wanted a phone that had the higher memory. And they're like, well, we don't have it in stock. We'll have to order it to you and it'll ship it to you. And they're like, but why don't you just go ahead and get this one? And I was like, but that's not the one that I want. So they called around, they found it at another store, wound up getting it shipped to the location in which I was interested in, and I was able to get that phone. Gucci,
You see?
I happened to be in the Gucci store and All I wanted was a scarf. There's this Gucci scarf that I have been obsessed with that I really, really like. I think it's pretty. I think it's, a nice touch to add to a maxi dress if I'm on vacation, if I picture myself going on a yacht trip somewhere or on a boat and I can tie my hair up in a nice scarf. And I wanted this scarf. And I remember the sales girl disappeared for a while, and then someone else came around and was like, is there anything else that you'd like to look at? Is there anything else that I can show you? Then it probably was about 30 minutes, and the girl comes back and she's like, I'm so sorry, but we don't have that one in stock. They had another one that was in
Oh.
stock, but it wasn't the one that I wanted. The design was ugly and I didn't like it. And so I was not interested, and I wound up leaving the store without making any type of purchase from them that day. So, yes, I have experienced
And
that.
Gucci is one of those stores that will rent to celebrities,
Yep.
rapper, like all the important people that you all like to see, and that's what they do. They wear it. So that's another marketing strategy that they have.
Another
So
market.
if you see a celebrity wearing it, you see a rapper wearing it, you're like, well, I want that. It makes it more appealing,
So,
basically.
So talking about
Trolling.
appealing, let's just have a quick chat about this whole Hermes and the Birkin bag. Why in the world do you have to be on a waiting list to spend 30 to $45,000 to buy a purse?
Oh no, no, no. Before you go into that, let me say about Balenciaga.
Okay, go
Okay.
ahead about
Okay.
Balenciaga. Yep, go ahead.
So they troll the internet, and it was said that they used neural marketing.
Ah,
Um, so they actually have like fake shops to track heart rates and when people look at their products.
what?
Yeah, now you can go ahead.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Yeah, I
That's
thought that was
crazy.
that's like what?
Yeah, that's next
I didn't even
level.
know that.
That's really wild. Oh my gosh. I No idea. I think I've been in a Balenciaga store maybe 3 times,
Mm,
and no, I've not bought anything. So, not for me. Not
yeah.
for me. Definitely not for me. But yeah, I asked that question because I was getting my hair done and I was asked, "Hey, do you know anybody that has a Birkin?" And I was like, No.
But that
Sorry.
is why they don't make they have a lot.
Yep.
Please believe me,
Yep.
okay? They
Yes,
do.
because I'm like, how do these
But that's their
celebrities?
marketing strategy is we're only going to give them this certain amount and act like we don't have any more, okay?
Right. But every time it's a celebrity's birthday, they get to pop up and pop open the fact that they got a brand new Birkin that people have been waiting on a waiting
Yeah,
list,
and
which
that right, that's why they
makes
make you wait for it.
makes no
And then
sense.
that's their marketing strategy. That's what they do. That's what they use to brainwash you into thinking it's exclusive when you're really just buying the name. Okay. Um, in my opinion, I know
Yes,
everybody got their own opinion, but this is just
of
Dominique's
course.
opinion. Okay.
Of
You're
course.
just buying the name.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
And it is what it is.
Yep. It is.
Chanel, when you go to Chanel, they limit one per customer.
Uh-huh.
So and when you go in their store, their marketing strategy is like leaning more to the feminine side. So you kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, it's so
Yep.
beautiful in here.
Yes. Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
let me buy.
Let me buy. Let me this. Let me go
And
ahead.
they
Let me
also use influencers to influence the people to buy their products. So
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Rolex, same thing. You go into Rolex, they don't have no merchandise. And you be like, well, why do y'all have a store
Why do you
then?
have a store if you don't have anything that's available? So again, the marketing
Everything
strategies,
is an exhibition,
it's an
basically.
exhibition, and
And
and I
that's
th-
exactly how they operate. you know.
Yes, and limiting the availability and limiting the access to us regular, people, I guess is a way for them to try to elevate their brand to make it seem like it's much more
Because
exclusive.
that's how they want people to
It's
want it more.
it's so difficult to get. If you're lucky enough to be able to be one of these people that are able to get it and obtain it, then hey, you're at this elevated status and you're in this better position and
Exactly.
blah 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 and yada 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 and all this stuff I don't give a shit about. I could give two shits. I'm sorry. I just don't care.
I don't have time.
I
I'm
don't have to.
sorry. And
I
that was my little
don't.
research for the brands, those your favorite luxury brands. But
Well, thank you.
I
Thank you for
believe
that.
honestly that people will wake up one
Yeah.
day and will realize that, this is just a game.
Yeah. I think that they will. I agree with you. I appreciate the research, the stats, and the numbers. As I said, in excess of $473 billion is expected in the revenue. I mean, just think about what we could actually do with that money. Why can't we put ourselves in a position to be able to take care of healthcare? Why is it so expensive to be seen by medical professionals? Why is it so expensive to have routine maintenance and to be able to take care of our teeth and things like that? Just normal everyday things that we should be able to do. We should be able to be doing those things instead of going into Dior and trying to buy a bag that only costs $57 to make. But hey, that's
I'll
a
buy the
whole,
$57 one.
yeah, that's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother day, for a whole nother episode.
Listen, I would not dare in my life, okay, buy a $3,000 purse. I am so sorry. Not even if I had the money. It's just not that
Right.
deep. Okay.
Not
I'll
just,
put
just
my
not,
money in my pocket
yeah,
if it's that deep.
just
Like
not, just
I just can't. I can't
Just not
stomach
doing
that.
it. Just not doing it. Just not doing it. If I have it, even if I had it, I'm not gonna spend it on that. I'm gonna
I
find
don't know.
some other means in order
You
to
know
take
what I
care of
can
it.
do with $3,000 right
Yes,
now?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I have a list of things I can do with $3,000 right now. A list. A list. Do you
Listen.
hear me? So, well, thank you guys so much for listening and joining in on tonight's episode. Let us know your thoughts about designer labels. Are you obsessed? Do you care? Do you not care? Do you give a shit? Do you not give a shit? Sorry. I mean, I just want to know. I'm curious how many of you went through a phase where maybe you were into the labels, but now you're not. And I'm curious, and if you're no longer into it, what is it that made you kind of change your mindset and your thinking? For me, it was the responsibilities of being a parent and having to take care of a household and realizing that those are my priorities versus, buying the latest shoe and bag and jacket and this and that and whatever else. And just, having
And
life
to me, it was just
experience.
not important.
Yeah, definitely not important.
Not even if I didn't have kids or no,
Yep,
it's like it's not important.
not
It's
important.
really not.
Very good point. Very good point. All
It's
right,
not a
y'all.
necessity.
Not a necessity, y'all. Not a necessity at all. It's been a pleasure. We will see you on the next go around for the next episode. Make sure you tune in and watch. Again, drop your thoughts in the comments so we can kind of see what y'all are talking about and what you thought about tonight's episode. We appreciate the feedback.
That's
Make sure
fine.
that you're checking out the group in Facebook. And we're gonna get, a little more active on our Instagram. Got to get back in there and, work some more posts and put things out there for you guys to interact
Yes.
there as well. So we will be doing that. But thank you so much for tuning in and joining us. Mwah. Good night, Dominique. I will talk to you later. Bye,
Peace out,
guys.
y'all.